Hey everybody, Claire here. Quite a few of you asked about what my hair routine is, so that is what we are doing today. I am going to show you what I do when I roll out of bed and just look in the mirror and go, oh God, and decide I actually have to do something to my hair. I am a dry bar addict, to be completely honest. I'm obsessed with that place because I have really thick hair that takes forever to dry. So it's a lot easier when I just go there. But this is what I do when I'm lazy and I'm at home. So this start is what my hair looks like when I sleep on it. So you can see, you know, it's like a little bit like frizzy, a little bit stringy, but I have like natural waves. So I basically just sort of use the heat from a curling iron to bring the frizz down and to just create kind of softer, looser waves. However, I do not like kind of the pretty princess mermaid hair look. I like it looking really messy and loose and unfussy. So hilariously, that's probably what I spend the most time working on, is getting it to look like I didn't work on it. Anyway, so to start, I have my hair, it is dry, it is slept on. And so first things first is I brush it out. So I just use this like embarrassing little travel comb. I'm sure there are better brushes to use, like probably like a boar bristle brush, like a Mason Pearson would be good. But basically I start at the bottom and I just brush out the ends first. And the reason why I do this instead of just starting from the top like Marsha Brady is because if I were to do that, I would have an embarrassing, like really long knot happen, and then I'd hit here and be like, oh no. So when I brush out the ends, it just makes brushing it a lot easier. Because when you're brushing your hair, you want it to be as gentle as possible. You don't want to pull at the hair. You don't want it to damage it, because this is where you can just really kind of fry your hair out a little bit and make it look like a scarecrow. All right, so I'm just gonna brush my whole head and then we'll get started on the curling iron. All right, so it now looks like it's 1972. So my hair is like fluffy, but I've brushed it out, and I do this because it just makes it a lot easier when I go with the curling iron to separate everything out. So I have my hair at its natural part, which is in the middle. I'm just gonna continue to part it kind of all the way down the back, almost as if I were to create pigtails or something. And then what I do is I actually do a half up, half down situation. And like I mentioned, my hair is so scary thick. It's like gnarly thick. One time I got a haircut. I didn't cut any length off. I just cut like density out. And I literally had like 3 pounds. Oh, where is it? Oh God, no, where's my hair tie? Well, so be it. Maybe this will work after I said all that stuff about my hair being super thick. Okay, I just can't move, but I have a bobby pin in there. But anyway, I was able to cut 3 pounds of hair out. It's gnarly. It's like a lot of hair. And my hair is, the hair itself, the follicle is super thick as well. So this would be a little less intensive if you had really fine hair. You wouldn't use a curling iron this hot. You'd probably do a little less of this. But anyway, I have it at 400 degrees at the highest. And that's because I like to kind of put it on the curling iron for as little time as possible. I don't want to bake my hair. So I just wrap it like that. And I have the ends out. And the reason why I'm doing that is because if you have the ends out, that's actually what keeps it looking messy and cute instead of like Shirley Temple. Okay, that's about right. The easiest way to kind of determine if the curl is done is you touch it, and if it's hot, then you're good. So you can see how like, oh, it's like a little wave. So when I comb that out later, it'll be loose and fun. Okay. So just around the barrel, over it. You can see I'm not actually wrapping it inside the barrel, it's just over the barrel. And then touching it lightly. All right, that's good. And then just gently resting it. If I were to comb it out now, all of this would be for naught. It would completely come out, it wouldn't look good. And the reason why is because the heat is actually setting the hair in place. So I'm gonna kind of let this chill out until it's cold again, until it's like room temp hair. I don't, it sounds weird, but until it's cold. And then the curl will be set, and then I'll add my hairspray, shake it all out. All right, that's good. Cool. And just in time, the bobby pin is not holding anymore, so that's out. And then I just move on to the top layer of my hair. So same idea, I'm just gonna separate it out, and for this top layer, I'm gonna do 3 sections. It's honestly probably more like this even, like just the very front bit. And the reason why is because I actually curl this differently than I curl the rest of my hair, and I'll show you why in a minute. Alright, so back section first, and this is just basically what I do. I'm going to go all the way around the head, and then I'll leave these 2 front pieces to show you how I'm going to do this. If your hair ever gets kind of frizzy, just use the curling iron and pat it down. Be really gentle when you do this. You don't want to hold on too tight, but it just kind of brings all the hair follicles down and helps bring them into place. When I don't blow dry my hair, when I just sleep with it wet and let it air dry, it gets kind of frizzy on top. So I always end up having to do this to kind of bring the frizzies down. All right, and so now for the very front pieces, I actually run it through the curling iron. The reason why I do this is because, I'll show you on the other side, it looks kind of stupid when I wrap it around for some reason. It's almost like on my hair, the front curl gets like really curly, and it never just hangs the way I want it to. So I always just kind of end up doing this because you can see it just is a little more natural looking and it's a little looser. I don't want this to be super tight because then it looks kind of like Farrah Fawcett hair. All right, time for side 2. Ah, no! Uh-oh. Abort mission. It's just not want to stay up here. Okay, well that was a disaster, so I'm gonna go over that piece that just like did not stay in. Yeah, if you have any little bits that just need a little bit of extra curl, you can always just go back over them. The hair doesn't need to look monolithic, like it doesn't need to all be the exact same shape. All right, so the hair has been curled. You can see it's like very much wavy. So what I'm gonna do now is wait for it to cool. It doesn't take very long, it's basically there. And then I use L'Oreal Elnet. I love this stuff. My cousin, Erica, a makeup artist and hairstylist, she always brings back like luggage full of this from Europe. The European version apparently is like the best, but you can find it in America too, and I'm sure that version's fine. I also really like the Dry Bar hairspray. That one's really nice. All right, so I'm just gonna spray it all over. And you can see I kept it pretty far away from my head the whole time. I wasn't like spraying it on my head. And the reason why is because that just creates helmet head. It's gross, don't do it. You wanna just kind of create a mist over your entire head, hold your breath. And then this is the next step. So I now have it sprayed, my hair is cooled. I then tip my head over, shake it out, and then bring it back up. Okay. Okay. And then I tip it back, and it looks extremely 80s for a second. And then I take dry shampoo. You can also use texturizing spray, and I spray it just right into my roots. And that creates a lot of great volume. And then I shake that out as well because I don't want to look like a leopard. And then this is the last bit. So I bring my hair forward and I just do this with my hands. I just kind of bring it around like that. I mean, obviously if you like the volume, hey, I don't know, lean into it, go with it. It's a fun look. But for video, I like to keep it simple. And then this is the big thing. These, if they're kind of the front pieces, if they're connected to everything else, I just don't like the look as much. So I always pull these forward so they kind of are separated out. Additionally, I have a super round face, which I've mentioned before, and my way of making it look smaller is to bring as much hair into it as humanly possible, because it just creates a narrower vibe. But yeah, that's basically it. But yeah, this is my lazy person version of it. And oh, if I have frizzies, which I probably do, spray onto my hand, and I just kind of brush them down like that. This way I don't get flyaways, but I also don't, you know, ruin the very natural texture I have going on. Okay. There we go. All right, well, that's my basic hair look. I hope you enjoyed watching. Thank you so much for asking. That was really sweet of you, and I'm glad you guys dig the hair enough to want to know how to do it. But yeah, so this is the very basic, oh no, I slept with my hair wet and how do I make it look cute? This is what I do. And hopefully I'll be able to do a version from like blowing it out to the final look, which is a lot more, I guess, sophisticated and polished looking. This is kind of my everyday. But anyway, hope you enjoyed watching, and yeah, let me know what other beauty videos or how-to videos you guys want to see, because this was really, really fun. All right, bye.